And to our next guest, he has been called the supercharged showman by the Herald Sun, and the runner-up on 2011 Australia's Got Talent. Three-time award-winning magician, a Guinness World Record holder, I'm going to take a breath in a minute, a nominee for the prestigious Helpman Award, and a Merlin Award recipient for the most original magician. Please make very, very welcome Cosentino. Thanks very much for joining us.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Oh, very welcome. You're on tour at the moment. You still up there on the Gold Coast?
I've come back. I've just finished a show up there, which was fantastic. A really big show. It was great way to kick off the tour, sell out. And they were a great audience. So, yeah, it was good fun.
Were you, of course, playing on a sold-out show down here in Geelong on the 12th at the Playhouse?
That is correct. Yes, it's exciting. I actually got my start in Geelong many, many years ago doing theatre, so it's great to come back. So I'm pumped.
Well, that's a nice little interesting backstory. For our listeners that might not know about that, where did that originate from? How did you get your start here in Geelong?
Yeah, what happened is in 2005 I did a showcase for performing arts centres, and I then from there got quite a few different venues hiring me, and I remember one of my very first shows was at GPAC, so it's part of that centre. So yeah, going back many years ago. So that's cool. Come full circle.
Well, that is really interesting. Great to have you back in Geelong as always. You are playing a show at a sold-out show, I believe, or if it's not sold out now, it will be very shortly. You're back by popular demand here in Geelong on the 12th of October down at GPAC. So it's great to have you back. What can we expect from your show down in Geelong?
It's very, very similar to my TV show. It's got a mixture of things from close-up sleight of hand street magic, which is all projected onto these huge screens so people can really scrutinise and analyse the material, to grand scale illusions and death-defying escapes. And there's mind reading and lots of audience participation, and it's different every night because the audience changes every night, and it's exciting. And people very often on TV can justify how I do things. They say, oh well, he did this or he did that, which of course is not the case. But when you're sitting there live and I disappear before your very eyes, it's much harder to diminish and dismiss. So it's really powerful live, and we've had really, really great reviews, and we're just very excited about it.
As one of us who has seen you live, your show is just an absolutely amazing thing to watch, and we would love to get you in the studio when you arrive down here in Geelong.
Yeah, we'll have to do something. That would be awesome.
Absolutely.
Well, one of the joys of radio, I guess, is it's fantastic you have you on the show. We can't actually see you and try and suss out any of your secrets, Cosentino. But no, we'll take a step back for a second. Cal read out your long list of accolades at the start there of the interview. You've already come runners-up on 2011 Australia's Got Talent, which is a fantastic accolade in itself. Not just that, but you're a three-time Australian award-winning magician. You've had such a stellar career already. Could you believe how far you've come already in your career?
Oh, wow. This is a tricky question to answer because I don't want to sound like I'm not appreciative, and I don't want to sound like I'm conceited, but it's tough. To understand my work ethic, everything has been very strategic and planned, and I've worked very, very hard since literally, honestly, 14 years old. It was my dream to have a television special. It was my dream to tour the country. So can I comprehend what's happened? Yes, I can, because of the hard work that myself, that my family have put into it. I say, geez, about time. You're an overnight success. It's been 15 years. So, but no, look, the awards are fantastic. From the other side of the coin, to do something I love to do and have people appreciate it, and then to be given awards. I don't do it for awards, but to be recognised, it's very gratifying, and it says, you're doing something right and people appreciate your work. So it really is. People always say, oh, it's such an honour, it's so humbling. But honestly, it is. To be most original magician for 2012, up against people like David Copperfield and Chris Angel and Siegfried and Roy, that's really unbelievably humbling because, oh my gosh, these are my heroes. So it's fantastic.
Along with all the success you're having, there must be a lot of people that doubt your ability to do things and, always will have something bad to say against you. How do you sort of cope with that and get over that, what they say, like the negative things they say to you?
Yeah, look, negativity only breeds negativity. Everyone knows that. I've been told since I began, magic won't be big in this country. You won't make it. Whatever it might be. No, don't like the dancing. Do like the dancing. Don't like your hair. Do like your hair. Everybody's got an opinion about everything. And if people can complain, they'll complain about the colour of the carpet in the theatre, which has nothing to do with me. And look, that's the honest truth. How do I deal with it? I don't read comments anymore on YouTube or Facebook or whatever it is, because people can, get behind that, say whatever they want, and they can hide, and that's very easy. And the truth is, it takes, a minimum of 3 months to create each particular illusion, a minimum of 3 months to create, honestly, 2 minutes and 40 seconds. But it takes literally half a second to crush it. And, it's much easier to destroy than it is to create, and everyone knows that. So, and I understand everyone's got an opinion, and that's cool, but it's, as long as I'm not walking down the street and people are throwing fruit at me, then I know I'm doing a good thing. And that's how I look at it. But yes, you're right. Being the first to have my own television special and pioneer, I've been told, like I said, all my life, you won't have a TV show. Well, they were wrong. They said a Magic Act wouldn't get far in AGT. They were wrong. So all I remember is the fact that all along the way, the people have placed their bets on the wrong horse. And that's the truth.
Well, who is your influences growing up in Magic? Of course, Harry Houdini and all of them. But who are the ones that stand out for you?
Look, David Copperfield was a huge inspiration to me as a kid growing up. I remember seeing him perform when I was 13 years old, and he wasn't a magician. This guy was a rock star. He played the tennis centre in Melbourne, and absolutely packed it out. And I thought, wow, look, magic is big business. And this is this idea I had in my head from a little kid. Magic's big business. It can draw that kind of crowd, that kind of arena. So, definitely David Copperfield, Harry Houdini, and then there's other influences, Michael Jackson, Gene Kelly and Fred Astaire, and believe it or not, Arnold Schwarzenegger and Bruce Lee. These are all guys who took their craft, their art form, and pushed it to a completely different level.
What about Chris Angel? What are your thoughts on him?
Look, I think he's great for magic. I think he's made it very popular. He's made it cool. I think that's a good thing. Do I agree with all his methods? No, but no one agrees with all my methods. But I think for what he's done, and if you take it in context, I think it's fantastic.
Fantastic, mate. Well, as always, we're very excited again to have you back here in Geelong on the 12th of October for your show down here at GPAC. Just to finish on as well, we mentioned you've had such a stellar career already, and a lot of our listeners would have known and would have seen some of the death-defying and amazing acts that you did on Australia's Got Talent last year. Just to finish on, is there anything in your career that you plan on doing? Is there anything you really want to do that you haven't done yet, or are you always thinking of new things to do with your shows? Is there anything in particular though?
Yeah, look, there's so much I want to do. I mean, most of my ideas come from my head when I was a little kid, flying and walking through walls and, all these things that as little boys we dream about. So there's so much. Definitely I want to, fly on stage, and I definitely want to, be able to, walk through a wall and things like that. They're things that inspire me that I'm still working towards. And, I guess when I run out of ideas, I'll stop. But, I've got so many ideas, and it's exciting to be in this place right now.
Sounds like you got a huge imagination, and I'm sure crowds here in Geelong won't be disappointed.
Absolutely not.
Going down to see your show. So once again, thank you so much for coming on and joining us here on the Tuesday Drive.
Just one last question. Do you ever have an idea but then sort of think to yourself, no, I can't do this? Like, do you have sort of personal limits to what you do and what you put in your shows? Or is it just sort of, if it doesn't work, well, it doesn't work?
Yeah, it's not real personal limits, because obviously if I can dream it up, I can, and attempt to bring it to fruition. It's more technological. And it's about, this effect didn't work, or this particular illusion, because I couldn't quite pull it off with the apparatus or the technology I have right now. So what happens is I don't abandon it completely. It goes into, on the shelf, and then I revisit it when I have the time, or if I come up with a particular method for it. So that's how I approach it.
Well, Cosentino, it's been an absolute pleasure to have you in the on the show today. And I can speak for everybody in Geelong to say we are absolutely thrilled to see you on the 12th of October here at the Playhouse at GPAC.
It's been fantastic. Thanks for talking to me.
You're very, very welcome.
Looking forward to seeing him down here in Geelong. Cosentino, you might know him, well, you will know him from Australia's Got Talent last year, the runner-up of 2011. If you saw some of the acts that he did on that show last year, you'll know what you're in store for at his show, and I'm sure he'll surprise us as well. He mentioned a lot of crowd interaction there as well, so you won't be disappointed. The 12th of October down here at GPAC in Geelong, and a nice little side story there that he started off in Geelong as well. Always good to hear. Well, we'll go to a quick break here on the Tuesday